Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Tight down. There you go.
Mariota on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They scared.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's it. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come to work.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Hines, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
44, Mike, 44. What we got?
On play action, they'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the... At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On second down, it's Hines. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, this is 3 plays, 3 first downs.
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Mariota. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking to throw on second down. Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Mariota now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll find Hines out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Big hold of the 30. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after throws. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
58, boys, 58, Mike. I got it.
2nd and 15. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route, complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can first down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this is caught at the 8. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. first down throw for Mariota. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now it's Hines. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They go play action. Mariota firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Play action now. Mariota. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the clear call.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again. Mariota on second and 10. His pass caught at the 4. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Mariota got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check right, check right.
Back to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, the D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Chicago. Naeem Hines with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term,
blitz coming, and down he goes.
They can't stop us.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll set up a throw, and that'll be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked to the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, he flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Mariota now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. On the delay, here's Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, it's Hines. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let him know.
Now Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down now. Rushing. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
On second down. It's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
In the win column for the Chicago Bears. Good one.
No doubt.
Yeah, but it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say,